All right, we're going to get started now. Thank you very much for joining our webinar on Envision 2.0. A little bit of background. My name is Shelly Cornelius. I'm the marketing manager for Enact Systems, and this webinar is going to go over our newest features, which include our 3D design and shading. About Enact Systems, we are the #1 solar software for solar and storage businesses. We are an all-in-one cloud platform for design, financing, installation, and asset management, where you can rapidly grow your solar and storage business on our all-in-one cloud platform. So during this webinar, we're going to be discussing our new features. We have Harsha and Rohit here as well, and they're going to take it away with the presentation. And just to let you know, you can go ahead and leave any questions you have in the chat. And at the end of the presentation, we'll answer any questions you have, as well as send a recording of the entire Zoom call here. So without further ado, we can go ahead and get started. And thank you again for joining.
Thanks, Shelly. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thanks for joining the call. We really appreciate your time. I'll just share my screen so that we get onto the presentation. I hope everyone is able to see my screen. So again, welcome to the webinar. So Enact and Envision is the #1 solar software and storage platform. So it's an end-to-end platform, right from designing the project to managing the assets. So right from where you can get onto a site survey, you can actually visualize the how the solar PV system will look like on the roof. So you can actually show that to the customer, and then you can track the workflow of the system. And then after the installation, you can also track the performance of the asset from Engage. Now, all this happens on the cloud, so you don't have to install any specific software. So you get an app also to view the performance of the system. Okay. Now, we are present in US and 20+ other countries. Few of our largest clients in India include Homescape by Amplus Solar, Reddington. We also are working with Vari, among others. And across the world, we have clients such as Sharaf DG and Rubicon, Black and Veatch, and so on. Okay, so we are also partnering with Tier 1 manufacturers like Jinko or Jackson and Iguana and so on. Okay, so with using the Envision and Enact platform, we are actually processing close to 3 gigawatts of solar projects on our platform. So as I said, one of the major issues with solar implementation is actually the soft costs. So one of the issue is how much time do you spend on sales? How much actually effort and money are you spending on sales and marketing? And then thereafter the project management. So Envision as a platform helps you lower that soft costs and do take most of that work onto the cloud. So using remote design, remote project management, using workflow management, and then after the project is installed, you get onto energy management and asset management of your platform so that you track the results and performance of the system. Okay. So this is how your typical screen looks like. We will, after this presentation, go through the actual platform demo, which Rohit will take care of. So you will see that you can map out the roof using Google Maps or any other mapping software, and then you actually show how the system will look like to the client as a visual indication. Okay. And there are multiple settings that you can show and then simulate the performance of the system as well. So additionally, so while you do the design of the system, you also are able to communicate the benefits to the customers by showing them how actually their load analysis would look like before solar, after installing solar. So there we get into a lot of details in terms of how we can actually save customers their money, and how we get them a committed payback periods on solar. And this is not just for on-grid systems. You can also do this for storage as well. Now storage and battery management systems are picking up in India as well. So this platform has the ready built capabilities to model storage on your system as well. Okay, so also, once you create your bill of materials, you can actually, depending on how comfortable you are with the client, you can share the breakdown prices or give them a simple capex proposal, as well as also model PPA projects as well. So if somebody wants a comparison between PPA versus a simple capex, you can actually model multiple proposals in a single quotation. Okay. So again, you have the ability to create customized proposals with your branding, with your proposal templates, and then give a live data, dynamic data in terms of how much the system installation is possible, what kind of savings are the customers getting, what kind of projections over 25 years or 30 years that these guys, your customer would be able to achieve. And not just in terms of the rupee savings, but also in terms of the environmental savings. So we have this all modeled within the platform itself. Okay. So again, as I said, you can look at providing detailed projections in terms of 25 years, and provide any subsidy credits, model it into your system. So you have central subsidies coming through. So all that can be modeled into your commercials. Okay. And once the system is modeled and you create proposals and share it with the customer, then so in addition to creating a design based system, you can also now operate Envision as a CRM system as well. So your sales team is always clear in terms of what stage of journey that your customer is in. So is it in a still a lead stage where the a preliminary proposal has been sent, or now a site visit has been done, and what are the next steps to do, take action. And after the contract is sent, if the customer has approved the system design, so all this can be processed within the platform as well, without getting into multiple uh, integration of software. No, you don't have to get into a separate CRM, a separate design software, and so on. End to end, you can get onto from the design stage till execution and monitoring stage using Envision. Okay. So as a manager, if you're looking at managing a sales team, then you also get a clear dashboard in terms of where your leads are, at what stages they are, who is working on what stage of the project, and you get a clear view of what your team is doing as such. Okay. So that's yeah. So additionally, you also have the monitoring. We integrate with multiple inverters, SMA, Growatt, Solar Edge, Enphase, and so on. And you can monitor this platform as well. Okay. So this will be useful for you to actually report in terms of the performance of the system. So you know exactly what you had promised to your customer and what are you actually achieving in terms of your generation as well. Okay. So that's so there are further graphs, and so the idea of using Envision is mainly to reduce the soft costs and also bring your customers to a single platform where they get to experience the journey of going solar from end to end. So also by reducing your time taken for closure. So end of day, we want you guys as integrators to sell more, install more, and leave the software side to a platform like Envision. Okay. So with that, I will hand over to Rohit to go through the actual platform. And go ahead, Rohit. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks, Harsha. Good morning, everyone. This is Rohit Maurya, part of the customer success team at Enact. I hope you're able to see my screen. So there are two important enhancements that I'm going to demonstrate today. One is the 3D modeling on the design side of the platform, and the UI changes also that are coming. So that's going to be the second part. So to start with the 3D modeling, now when you design a system, after creating a project and reach, the Google Maps or say Near Maps, so you can get to the property, and assuming this is the property here, I'm going to put together a simple design here, so I can draw some keep outs here to mark obstructions on the roof, and that's the keep out feature. I can also add height for that obstruction relative to the rooftop. Similarly, I'm going to add some other keep outs as well here. And one this side. Also here. So keep outs are basically sections on the roof that you want to exclude from the overall design. And you can add height for different keep outs. So I'm going to leave this to say 3 feet. The next is, I can now draw the outline of the roof and select the edges of the roof here. So this will let me define like the height of the roof, the height of the parapet walls. So if you see, once I've put together the outline of the roof, I now have an option here, if it is a flat roof or a tilted roof, what is the height of the roof here? So say this is 15 feet in height. Parapet walls are say 5 feet in height. I can also add panels quickly here on the entire roof. So you see, the panels here, and I can, also change the azimuth. So say I want to align all of these to the south direction. I have changed this to a 180-degree azimuth. I can also add panel tilt, and accordingly, the system will adjust the interrow spacing. I've added 15 degrees panel tilt here, and roof tilt is going to be 0. So the interrow spacing again, is system adjusted, but I can change that. Say if I want to increase or reduce, I can look at what is an appropriate interrow spacing that I would like to have on the design. I can now also delete the panels which are in shade. So all of these panels which are in shade, I can quickly lose them. In addition to the regular keep outs and adding panels, we also have a keep out which is specific for trees. So I will take an assumption here, say this is an 8 feet in radius, and the tree is somewhere here. I can also add height of the tree here. So this is assuming again 25 feet in height. So this will basically, help me complete the design and convert this entire 2D design into a 3D view, which basically gives you access in terms of seeing how the panels are aligned, what are the keep outs. So if you look at this design here, you see the tree is casting a shadow here on this side of the roof. There is shadow again from the parapet walls on this particular side. We've already removed panels which were in shade, for this particular keep out. So you don't have any panels there now. You can also see the angle the tilt of the panels, which is 15 degrees. So you can look at, what is going to be the shadow projection because of the tilt on the roof. So this is basically how you can, put together a 2D design on any roof, be it flat or tilted, and convert it quickly into a 3D model, and look at and probably also present it to the customers, which helps them, looking at how the actual roof with the panels would look like. In addition to that, you can again switch back, say to the 2D design, and any changes that you want to make, you can quickly make those changes. So say I don't want to have any panel tilt here, or I can also say add keep out, and this is just assuming this is going to be like the walkway, and I can mark that certain section and also duplicate this, move it around the roof. So you see, you can quickly add these keep outs, the walkways, and again, convert the design into a 3D model and take a look at, how this particular design would look like. So basically, any changes that you do on the 2D design will quickly, be converted into a 3D design, and you can look at, where the shadow projections are. And I've removed the panel tilt now, so they're all flat on the roof, and you can clearly see that on the roof as well on the 3D model. So this is the new feature that is going to be released. The second feature that I want to demonstrate, and I'll quickly stop sharing and move to the other side of the system, which is the new UI and some of the new changes that are happening. Give me one moment here. Okay, so going back to the projects. Now, when you so on the projects page, you now have these search fields, which you can use, either by email, phone, or city address, that you can, search for different projects. Also creating project, there are a few changes here on this particular window. So you punch in like the project name, the details of the contact person, and so let me quickly add that. So these are the contact details. For the project. And then on the next page, after you've punched in, that's where you get the details of the address, where you can search for the address. So if this was, say, Whitefield, Bangalore, you can look for the property, and using the Google Maps address, you can get to the property, and the address, the lat long coordinates get updated, and that's when you click on finish to create the project. Now, once a project is created, so I'll just go back into the project that I created here. Now, once you've created the project, the system will give you option of updating the utility information, and that way you can also look at the bills. You can edit and change the utility providers, the electric rates, also save that, add multiple meters, and also look at some graphs here, like the consumption and the costs, which are right there on the page, unlike right now in the current UI. And once after you've updated the utility information, again going back, and let me show you on another project here, where you have a few quotes that have been done for the project. So like here, I have about 5 different quotes that have been completed. So as and when you do proposals and quotes for any project, you would see that at the top of the page. And any quote that you want to expand and drill down further, you can, and look at, what is the modules you've used, what are the inverters, how many of them you've used for this particular project. what is, if you've added any storage or your bill offset, what are the generation numbers. So all of the details, are available on this particular page itself. So anytime you want to go back and edit the proposal, you can click on the pencil and go back and edit the proposal. Now from this page, again, on any design or any proposal, you can go into the finance page by clicking on this button, or you can download the proposal here with the download button. So these are some of the UI changes that are coming, and this is going to be released very soon. So I guess that's all I had on the 3D modeling and the UI changes on the Envision platform. So probably open for questions.
Okay, great. Thank you, Rohit. If anyone has any questions, you can please put them in the Q&A chat and we can answer them now. Give another minute or so. And we appreciate you attending this webinar on Envision 2.0. And we look forward to communicating further. We also are offering a free trial of the software. So if you're interested, you can go to our website and get started with the free trial.